Welcome to Coffee with Viking. I am Mike. Cheers. The last words of Joshua. Joshua 24:15. Choose today whom you will serve, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Years pass and Joshua grows old. He's 110 and he knows he'll die soon. So he calls together the tribal leaders one last time, as Moses had done in his last days with the people. Joshua speaks with the compassion of a father, urging the Israelites to renew their agreement with God. Joshua sees one serious problem. The Israelites have failed to drive out all the Canaanites. So he offers a stern warning. If you turn away from him, God, and cling to the customs of the survivors of these nations remaining among you, and if you intermarry with them, then know for certain that the Lord your God will no longer drive them out of your land. Instead, they will be a snare and a trap to you, and you will vanish from this good land the Lord your God has given you. And that's Joshua 23:12 and 13. Israel's leaders pledge their allegiance to God, vowing, "We will serve the Lord our God. We will obey him alone." Joshua 24:24. Joshua dies soon after, and for the first time in their life as a nation that's only 2 generations old, the Israelites have no central charismatic person to lead them. And on this side note, a prostitute in Jesus' family tree. Israelites not only spared Rahab, the prostitute who helped their spies in Jericho, they accepted her as a convert. Then Joshua married her. At least that's what some ancient Jewish stories say. But the New Testament, dangling her from the family tree of Jesus, says she married a man named Solomon and became the great-grandmother of King David, which is in Matthew 1:5 and 6. Matthew 1:5 and 6. And Solomon begot Booz of Rechab, and Booz begot Obed of Ruth, and Obed begot Jesse, and Jesse begat David the king, and David the king begat Solomon of her that had been the wife of Urias. It's possible Matthew was talking about another Rahab, but there's only one famous Rahab in the Bible, the former prostitute who has a tainted background that tracks well with 3 other women listed as Jesus' ancestors. There was Tamar, who slept with her father-in-law, Bathsheba, who committed adultery with David, and Ruth, a foreigner from Moab, in what is now Jordan. Some Bible experts guess that Matthew included these women to show that women with questionable backgrounds, like Mary, the unwed mother of Jesus, were mothers of Israel's greatest kings and worthy of respect. And there is an old saying, you can't judge a book by its cover, which means you can't judge someone based on how they look or on their background, because you never know what they've been through. You never know what God had planned for them or any of us. So it is best to not judge someone based on their background or by how they look, because we don't know. God could have something great planned for them, like he did Mary, or even Rahab, who saved the Israelite spies. And if Matthew was talking about her, also was leading up to the family tree that led to Jesus being born. So don't judge someone based on their past, because again, you don't know. God could have something very spectacular planned for them. And just like he can have something very important planned for you, no matter what you've done in your past. Because God doesn't look at the past once you've repented. He sees what you can do for his will. And there's no greater honor than serving God in his will, especially if he's using you to lead up to the birth of the Savior, Jesus Christ. Stay blessed. Stay caffeinated. Much love.